Hi, I'm Dietrich Wise, and from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.
I'm Dan Roach, and despite their record, there is much for this Patriots team to be thankful for.
I'm Scott Zolak, and it wasn't all bad plays down in Miami. We'll spotlight Drake Maye's day against the Dolphins.
I'm Mike Reese. The Patriots' playoff hopes are dim, but I'll tell you why they need to treat Sunday like a postseason game.
And I'm Steve Burton. Those stories plus a Thanksgiving Tales from the Tailgate.
Living the Foxborough Tailgate Thanksgiving dream. That's all it is.
All Access begins right now. It was a meltdown in Miami as the Patriots dropped their 9th game of the year. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. I hope you had a very happy Thanksgiving. There's much to be thankful for this holiday season, but the Patriots' play last Sunday isn't one of them. The team regressed and now have 5 games left to build some positive momentum for the future. Their future begins Sunday when New England hosts the Indianapolis Colts, who still have postseason goals to attain. But first, we dissect the Dolphins game and revisit one of the worst halves of football this year.
Snap and a throw to the left, caught by Waddle, turns to the inside, past the 10, runs away, flies into the end zone. He got away from Duggar on that hobbled right ankle.
Welcome, everyone, to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had a great day.
Thank you.
It was well, Steve.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
A lot to be thankful for.
A lot to be thankful for. All right, let's talk about this football team because you guys didn't expect them to go down and win in Miami. I was hoping that they would. I think we were all hoping that they would, but it wasn't really competitive. We got surprised it wasn't even a competitive football game?
I was surprised, and I was surprised at all the mistakes that we saw, especially early in the game on the offensive side of the ball. The pre-snap penalties, when you watched training camp, every day of training camp, this was an issue. And I had sort of felt like they had moved past that. But then you can't move the ball when you're constantly going forward 5 yards and then back 5 yards. And you're just netting nothing. You're in 3rd and long all day long, and you can't operate like that.
I was surprised. You know, the last 4 games, they were 2-2 coming into this game, and I thought, well, it was far from perfect. Right. I felt like you could expect at least a baseline of what it was going to be like, and this was well below that baseline.
12 games into the season now. Is this who they are?
It's hard to say it's not. You know, they've not really played at any consistent level. I agree with Mike. Heading into this game, I didn't think they would win, but I felt like based on the previous 4 games, it should be competitive. They go down there, and the other team might have more talent. And in the end, they'll make more plays, and they'll find a way to win. But there'll be a back-and-forth element to the game. There wasn't that. And that's kind of what we saw in September and much of October, you know, after the good start in Cincinnati, you know, in Seattle week 2. From that point on, these are the kinds of games you started to see. So it's hard for me to say this isn't who they are. This is what we've seen from most of them. 3-9, that's what your record says you are.
Yeah, this is who they are, Steve. I think we get to Thanksgiving, right? And you say that's when the real football starts. That's when you really know your team. I think there's been flashes of promise, right, that we can talk about and that give you some hope for the future. Right. Some pieces to build around, but ultimately not enough for this year to be a consistent team that can come in and week out and say, you know, this is our A game.
After walking off the field at that Miami game, is everybody on alert now? Did the result of that game put the coaches on alert? Did the result of that game put the players on alert?
It's a heavy
question. Is everyone on alert?
You have to be. You have to be. You have to be accountable when you have that kind of a performance this late in the year. It's not the first time around for everybody. Now, you're 12 games in. Again, you should be beyond whatever it was, 5, 6 pre-snap penalties in the first quarter and a half or whatever it was. I mean, the offensive line is limited personnel-wise, Mike. We can agree with that. But it doesn't take talent to line up properly and to get the snap count right. You know, Austin Hooper, who I think has played really well for them as a second tight end, lined up well beyond the ball on one play. That can't happen. Those kinds of mistakes can't happen. Everybody should be on alert. players, coaches, personnel department, everybody should be on alert.
Yeah, it's yes with the capital Y, capital E, capital S with a couple exclamation marks on the end of it. Gerard Mayo on Monday said it would be a great disservice if you get to the end of the year and don't know what you have from both a player and coaching perspective. That to me was a strong comment that tells me, hey, we have 5 games to go here. Like, we got to know what we got, and you should be on alert.
Right. It doesn't mean you have to be calling for everyone's job here,
Right.
but people should be looking in the mirror and being accountable, and it starts at the top. I think Gerard talked about that, as Mike said, but it needs to go all the way down. The players need to be recognizing that this isn't good enough as well.
All right, guys, don't go far because we have a lot to talk about later on in the show. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
We chat with cornerback Christian Gonzalez.
I feel like I've grown a lot mentally, understanding the game and processing the game.
And later, a holiday Tales from the Tailgate, where giving is better than receiving.
The Thanksgiving Day tailgate is the best of the season. We fry approximately 6 turkeys, I think.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets, 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit sitickets.com today. And by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Hi, I'm Hunter Henry, and from my family to yours, we wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
And now, this week's Next Gen Stat, brought to you by AWS. Christian Barmore increases playtime percentage from 39.2% in Week 11 to 51.5% in Week 12 against the Dolphins, and produced 2 pressures and a sack on 27 pass rushes for a 7.4% pressure rate. Barmore's 7.5% pressure rate leads the Patriots' defensive tackles this season.
Channel motion to the right as Tua drops back, steps up, throws down the middle, caught by Smith, turns and runs, touchdown Miami as he barreled into Jonathan Jones and Kyle Duggar. With 3 receivers right, 1 left, that's Booty. Shotgun snap, May is back to pass. He's pressured, he rolls to his right. He eludes the rush of Robinson, throws off balance across his body, wide open inside the 5, Hooper catches, rises from a knee. He's in for a touchdown. That's it, 10. Tight on the right wing, tight on left. Malik Washington motions to the right, hand off to right, hit, go, and a fumble, picked up, and trying to stay on his feet. Gonzalez does. He races down the right side, 15-10, goodbye. Into the end zone, a scoop and score.
I'm not too about to stumble, boy. I know. Great job.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to
yes,
you.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
hi, B, man.
We say hi.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It's a tradition like no other. For the 31st consecutive year, the Patriots Charitable Foundation teamed up with Morgan Memorial Goodwill
to distribute 200 Thanksgiving-themed baskets to people who have faced significant challenges in their lives.
All the Patriots tell them thank you, thank you, thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
This is a real special place that helps a lot of people, and we have to let this community know that we all care about you.
Thank you.
Okay. It's one of the high points of my year being able to come here.
Have a blessed holiday. Thank you so much.
This community supports us through thick and thin, and we want to support them always through thick and thin.
Pound it. Nice.
We have to have more love and empathy. And thank the good Lord that we can celebrate Thanksgiving and be in a position to help people like this.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down, talk with the head coach. Drake Maye joins me now. And we sat here the last couple of weeks talking about your football team and felt like you guys are building towards something. Ugly loss down in Miami. Do you feel you guys took a step back in that game?
Yeah, I think it's evident. That's a hiccup, a major hiccup, and to go out there and play with penalties, to go out there and not execute the game plan was definitely disappointing.
I want to talk to you about the penalties because when you're in the flow of the game and the plays actually happen, guys get beat, and it's sort of an effort play, or maybe you grab a guy and that's holding it. Maybe you could take that as a coach and say, guys, we could stop this. The pre-snap ones have got to drive you nuts.
Yeah, the pre-snap penalties, that's just a lack of concentration and a lack of focus, and we just have to get better at it.
So you have depth at the skill position. You'll carry a bunch of receivers, you'll carry a bunch of corners. Say they make a pre-snap penalty. You could penalize those guys, sit them down, put another guy in. Is it tough when you're on the road and say linemen are committing that when maybe you're not carrying enough guys at the position to where you can even make a change? I saw City So play outside a little bit.
I think, look, we carry the right amount of people, and saying that you can't have 12 offensive linemen up for a game. You have to look at it holistically. So it's pretty tough. And look, when they have those penalties, you got to ask yourself the question, like who goes in next? And that's been pretty difficult for us.
All right, we've been talking really good stuff about Drake Maye over the last couple of weeks. Okay, he had some issues in this game. When you look at Drake, how do you evaluate him coming out of it? I know you watched the tape this week. Face some adversity, how he responds. How do you evaluate him?
Yeah, there were definitely some misreads there. I would say sometimes getting too far in the pocket. But in saying that, like I said, like I've said all year, he's not really a repeat error guy, and hopefully he learns from that.
Indianapolis at home, get a chance to get right in this game. They have a young quarterback. He struggled. He's been benched earlier in the year. He's back. Have you followed his? I don't want to say the beginning of his career, but just the path he's taken.
I have, and I would say right now he's obviously better. That was a wake-up call for him getting benched, and he's definitely a talented player.
Athletic kid, plus you got to stop the run in this game, right?
Have to stop the run. Have to stop the run and make them one-dimensional.
All right, time now for Ask Me Almost Anything, and this comes from Luke G. He says, hey, understanding 3-9 is the record. Obviously, a lot of frustration with the team. It's the season now. We're into the Christmas season. Thanksgiving just took place this week. What do you as a coach have to be thankful for?
I have to be thankful, first of all, for my family, and I would also say my Patriots family and the opportunity that we have to build something special. It's going to take time, and we want to put a good team out there every single week, but I'm thankful for the guys in the locker room, for their effort, and just that camaraderie.
You convey it to them too, right?
All the time.
Team meetings.
All the time. You have to. Good
to be in this business. All right, if you want to ask the coach a question, you have to go to patriots.com/askthecoach. We'll be back with a little slice of mayo, a little side of mayo.
All right.
A little slice.
A slice.
Side of mayo. More of that. More of All Access right after this.
Hi, my name is Jelani Tavai. From my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. At 3-9 on the year, you would think the Patriots team would be struggling for reasons to be thankful. Dan Roach tells us that's just not the case.
It was another difficult day in Miami as the Patriots fell to 3-9 on the season.
How much does the losing eat at you? Oh man, a lot. To be brutally honest, a lot. It's, you're human. It's a human factor that you come out here in this game and the only objective that you have to do is to win, and we haven't done that.
Jabril Peppers was removed from the NFL's commissioner exempt list this week. He was arrested in early October with charges that included strangulation and drug possession. He's due back in court in January and is now able to take part in all team activities, including playing in games.
It's just out of respect of, for the legal process to let that stuff play out. For us inside these four walls, look, as long as he's doing the right thing, I expect him to be able to play when he's ready to go.
What's your mindset? What's it been like for you to come back to this team?
Extremely thankful. It's just Thanksgiving. It's a lot to be thankful for right now. Just happy to be back around the guys. Happy to be back in the building. Happy to get back to doing what I love to do.
Meanwhile, it's been a tough season for this Patriots team on the field, but they're still thankful for a lot.
Got a great family, great spot in my life. Just trying to take advantage of the opportunities that I have. I'm grateful for this team, this organization. Grateful for the good Lord, and blessed for all that He's given to me.
Family first, family, the friends that I have, the community, everyone that's been here in my time in New England, for my family back home. Just thankful for all the blessings that I have.
The Patriots will be wearing their throwback uniforms in this one, and they'll be looking to snap a losing skid. The Pats are 7-4 in their throwbacks, but they've lost 4 straight. With the Patriots for Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
All right, Dan Roach, thank you very much for joining me now as Patriots defensive back, Christian Gonzalez. Good to see you, my friend.
Sir.
Are you eager to get back on the field and put that Miami game behind you? Because it's coming up so quick.
Yeah, for sure. Just want to get back on the field. But that's every week.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, after a loss, after a win, you're ready to get back on the field. And, we preach here turning the page. So we've turned the page and we're ready to see the Colts.
You scored your first NFL touchdown. Take me through that play, and was it bittersweet for you?
Yeah, we were in a zone call, I was able to have eyes on the quarterback, saw a fumble snap, so I went up, grabbed it, popped up right to me, so just took off and got hit and was yelling at myself to stay up.
Stay up. Did you look at the screen at all?
No, I didn't. Once I caught my balance, I knew I would have been fine, but because obviously it would have felt a lot better with the win. Plan to get many more, though.
I hear you. How has year 2 gone for you? And what's been the biggest difference?
It's been good. I've been having a lot of fun. Just being able to be out on the field with the guys. I feel like I've grown a lot mentally, understanding the game and processing the game. It's been a lot of fun.
A lot of people, especially your colleagues, have some great things to say about you. You've really grown. Do you hear that? And when you do hear it, if you do hear it, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, of course you hear it, but you never want to let it go to your head. You take it and you say thank you, you appreciate it, but you never let the positive poison get to you.
Great way to put it. Being Thanksgiving weekend, what are you most thankful for?
Most thankful for God, for sure. My Lord and Savior, and then my family for helping me get to this point. Always supporting me. My teammates, my coaches, my friends. Just thankful for a lot. I have a lot to be thankful for, and excited to, celebrate this Thanksgiving.
I understand you love to cook. You cook for yourself.
Right.
What's your favorite dish? What do you like to make?
I like to cook a steak.
Steak?
Nice medium rare.
You're a meat guy.
Yeah. I like a steak, some mashed potatoes. Sir.
Pizza guy?
I do like me some pizza. I'll never pass up on some pizza.
What kind of pizza?
Pepperoni pineapple. It's controversial, but go try it. Pepperoni pineapple.
Pepperoni pineapple.
Sir.
Hey, good luck on Sunday against the Colts.
Appreciate it. Sir, appreciate it.
You got it.
All right, welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for your player spotlight. I got my old friend Brian Hoyer back here to look at Drake Maye. We're going to take a look at the good and the bad of Drake Maye in the Miami game. There's a little bit of both mixed in here. But we're going to start this with the off-platform throw to Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, it was a huge play in the game. It's 3rd and 10, which we always say you never want to be in that situation. It becomes difficult to overcome. And the Dolphins do a good job here with disguise. I mean, they're showing a cover 3 look. And at the snap of the ball, here they go, and it ends up being a Tampa 2 look. You got your 2 deep safeties. Here's your Mike linebacker, hook. So Drake sees it. He reacts, and then this little inside move right there, and he has the ability to get out. This is where you use that natural ability, what everybody's excited about.
This is Calais Campbell, too.
Yeah.
6'8".
Right.
I mean, this guy's been playing for 17 years.
He kind of gives him a little stiff arm there. I mean, Calais dives, gives him a stiff arm. And the one thing that you see here, and this is something that these receivers have to learn, and I think the veteran guys have done a good job kind of mirroring where he's at, because when you get to these off-schedule plays, it's something you got to work at. So you can see KB right here, and he's like, okay, I'm trying to stay in phase with Drake. We'll let it run here. He tries to bounce back in, but he realizes that's a tough throw. And then right here, he feels this void, and KB's going to pop right here. But these are the plays that Drake allows with his athleticism to extend the play and get the first down. And we'll look at it from this view right here, because you'll be able to see how he avoids the rush a little bit better. So right here, what the good thing is, these 2 guys are not doing a good job because there's no contain, which allows Drake to feel it. So he feels it. He feels like he has the edge right here. Okay, now we take the athleticism, let the athleticism take over. A little stiff arm to Calais Campbell. Boom, by time. And that's, I mean, look, and he's taking a shot. So this is what you like to see from a guy, knowing that he's going to sacrifice his body a little bit for a big play on 3rd down.
Pretty good chest shot he takes from Jalen Ramsey right there. I forgot about that.
Yep.
All right, and now, of course, we got this play, the bad one.
Right, and this is the hard part, right? Because we just saw what he did with his athleticism. He's taking the ball away from his body. He's stiff-arming Calais Campbell, and these are the things he's going to learn. You know, when the journey's over, you got to go down. And he talked about it after the game. He's like, I can't be trying to swim move the defender while he's trying to tackle me and be careless with the ball. Because you'll see it right here, the miscommunication and the protection. These are your 2 linebackers, right? So generally, the running back takes the linebackers, the line takes the lineman.
So I'm thinking right now, 74 should go left, hard left.
Yeah, but somehow he thought there was a squeeze call on, which now it puts Vidarian Lowe in a tough position because he's expecting this guy here. And then what he would do, and this is what they're teaching these guys to do, is right here, when you feel when the end drop, he's going to come back down and help here. But you have to at least give him some cover. And you see Mondre, he knows. He's like, I got this guy. Yeah. So I think Michael Jordan here, for whatever reason, he squeezes. It gives the edge to the defensive end. And so for Drake right here, the ball can't be in harm's way like this. Other teams are going to try to expose that. So a better job by Drake having to protect the ball when you know that you're wrapped up.
So let's look at a really good play by Drake here. It's going to be the touchdown. A little scramble where he finds Austin Hooper wide open for a touchdown. Great eyes.
Yeah, so same thing here. He's feeling the pocket. Now, this is the one area I think Drake needs to do a better job of realizing, like this, you can step up right here. Because he kind of drifts.
Way over.
But eventually, we'll see he gets around him, another stiff arm right there, but the ball's loose again. Yeah. And just great vision because, he's full sprint. There's 2 guys running at him, and these are like the plays you mentioned, Josh Allen. This is what you love to see. Throw it down there 50 yards. Hooper recognize no one's on him and get it in for a touchdown. It gave the team a little bit of life.
It did. It really did. You're sitting there, it's 31-0. Yeah. You get that one, then you get the scoop and score by Gonzalez, and all of a sudden it becomes a two-score game.
Yeah.
With
so
two conversions.
Let's just look at it from the end zone view here because we'll be able to see, his ability to get away from these guys. Now, this is the hard part when you have someone who's this athletic, and Josh Allen struggled with it when he was a young guy too, because when you're athletic enough to make some of these plays, you keep trying to make them. And so right here, it pays off, and he makes this play, a tremendous throw, full out sprint, launched that thing off the right foot.
I really thought he was going to give it to Booty there. I was yelling on the call, give it to him. I was looking at Booty, and I didn't see Hooper slide.
This one play, it gives the fans excitement because it's a play that not many quarterbacks that have played here have been able to make.
Great stuff, PH. All right, there you go. There's your player spotlight. More Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
Allow KJ Osborne to introduce himself.
I am a dog person. I didn't know I would become one, but Fat Larry, that's my guy.
Plus, a Thanksgiving Day themed tailgate.
We look forward to this just as much as our own Thanksgiving with our family. It is just a wonderful time.
What I tell you guys, I have a couple of songs. Happy Thanksgiving!
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience.
I'm Ramondre Stevenson, and from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. As the holiday season kicks off, here's a story about a more than 30-year season ticket member whose idea of giving thanks is to show his gratitude with other fans. And on the latest installment of Tales from the Tailgate, presented by Bud Light, meet Mike Vail, where sharing with others is his #1 tailgate priority.
That's a lot of oil, man. Absolutely.
It's not all about the football teams, getting together with all these people, have a good time, overeating, over-drinking, over everything. And it's just, there's nothing better, especially on a day like today. It's perfect.
It's a beautiful day.
The leg pulls off, and you see the skin just come off like that, it's done. And he's bubbling. Right. So let's bring it over here.
Living the Foxborough Tailgate Thanksgiving dream. That's all it is.
Let's go, baby! Let's go, man!
The holiday season is a time of reflection and recognition. Right now, we're catching up with Mike and Lynn Vail as they welcome us into their home before their annual Thanksgiving tailgate. As Lynn is making her famous Jell-O shots, Mike is reminiscing about how his tailgate tradition got started.
The first game against Pittsburgh, it was after the Patriots won the first Super Bowl. And this was the night that Gillette Stadium opened. And this is when we found one parking space left in Foxborough Terminal's parking lot. And we parked between all our tailgating friends that we now still tailgate with and develop friendships and relationships with over the years. And this started it all right here, this one.
So we ended up parking between these two cars. And these guys said, hey, how the hell are you? And they gave me a hug, they gave me a beer, and I said, I'm gonna like you. And from there, we've just been tailgating with them ever since then.
I brought a camera crew, I brought my wife.
All right, guys, would you care for a Jell-O shot?
Well, hello, what flavors?
I have two new ones.
Tell us what we have today.
I have the warm front, which is made with Jameson orange.
I want to try one of the new ones.
This is coconut rum. That's in that.
This is the record holder ingestion of Jell-O shots right here. David, I won't say your last name, but it's just David. How many did you have?
47.
47.
Oh, I thought it was 31. Okay.
The Thanksgiving Day tailgate is the best of the season. We fry approximately 6 turkeys, I think.
Let's have turkey!
We put together, I think, about 10 tables, and that's our buffet line. So we will feed 30, 40 people, I think.
One more scoop.
We look forward to this just as much as our own Thanksgiving with our family. It is just a wonderful time.
What I tell you guys, I have a couple of songs. Happy Thanksgiving!
You don't know that, now you know. There we go, we found you. There we go. Oh, you drink like me. You drink like me.
Yep. Here for a Jell-O shot?
Of course.
Get the purple. It's
okay. Not too much of those.
Perfect day. It's a perfect day. And thank you for bringing Kevin Falk down. That was a real treat. That was a lot of fun. Let me tell you something. I'm grateful, and I'm getting a little sentimental today. Every time you get together with friends, it's very special. We've lost some friends. I've lost my best friend 3 years ago. So we're just grateful that we had those memories. We're grateful for these memories, and we hope it continues for a long time. But they're very precious times, and the more we go on and we get older, it just gets more precious every year.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Jones, and from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
My favorite food is chicken and waffles. Do I have a least favorite food? Oh, sushi with cream cheese in it. Oh my goodness. No, that's not me. That made me throw up.
Yeah, look at me, look at me. Look at me, look at me. Look at me.
If I was not playing football, originally my career path was to either be an FBI agent or in the Secret Service. So I'm about a test away from finishing my master's at the University of Miami in criminal justice. So it was looking like it was going that way. I am a dog person. I didn't know I would become one, but Fat Larry, that's my guy, and he's an English bulldog. He's by my hip all day.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Larry.
He's built up a following. I grew up in Ypsilanti, Michigan, and since the 5th grade, my best friend, Tyler Mabry, we grew up together. Elementary school, middle school, we went to high school in Michigan. We transferred to high school at IMG. We both went to Buffalo, roommates all 4 years there. He plays for the Seahawks now.
Seahawks touchdown, Tyler Mabry.
In my second year in Minnesota, we were able to jersey swap. So, his jersey in my house, I got a picture of it. Picture of us, holding our jerseys. That's the best gift that's been ever given to me. That means a lot to me. Last summer, I was a part of, saving someone from a burning car. I was on my way home in the back of an Uber, and to the right, we seen a car crash on the side of under a bridge, and the car was on fire, and my Uber driver pulled over to the side of the highway. So we both jumped out the car. We ran over to the vehicle. There was a vehicle behind us. 2 other people got out the cars, and then we were all able to go down, pull the driver out the car, and then I picked him up and we carried him maybe 20 yards away. He's alive and well. He's still motivating people. He's a really great guy. Also, that group, I had them come up to Minnesota. They came to a game. They were able to come on the field, and they got a great experience. So it was pretty cool.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for a side of mayo, brought to you by our friends at Hellman's. When you guys play on Sunday, it'll be the month of December. Man, I can't even believe we're in the month of December. But we're at the point of the year now, 12, 13 weeks into it. A week ago, you guys weren't in pads Wednesday, trying to keep the team fresh. Do you have a balance now, a delicate balance to where, hey, we gotta practice hard. We can only get so many padded practices, but also got to take care of the bodies.
With our young team, those padded practices are definitely beneficial.
Okay.
And we have to do it. Now, look, some of our veteran players on padded days, they may not take as many reps, but I think this football team needs to go out there in pads.
It was impressive what you did this summer. I thought your practices were long. They were detailed, but you guys were out there in pads a lot, and maybe that carryover will start to pay off for you.
No, I agree, and it's not only about this year, it's also about the future. And, if you want to be a tough football team, you got to practice in pads.
All right, a lot of games left. Good luck Sunday against Colts.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, there you go. There's your head coach. More Patriots All Access right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit sitickets.com today. And by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
Hi, I'm Demario Douglas, and from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving.
A 2014 game in Indy provided many memorable moments, such as little-known running back Jonas Gray rushing for 199 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Bullies in the schoolyard can't stop it.
With some help from tight end Rob Gronkowski tossing patrons out of the club.
Yes, he was just yapping to me the whole time, and that's why I took him and threw him out of the club.
Welcome back, everybody, to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios. Back with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. We talked about in the earlier segment putting everybody on alert. What does that mean when you got 5 games left?
Yeah, and I remember when you asked it the first time, Mike said that's a really heavy question, and I agree with Mike. There's a lot to it. What does it look like exactly? I want to see improvement. From the personnel department, can some of these younger guys that really haven't made much of an impact start to do so in the last month of the season? The players that are continuing to make the mistakes. Get the focus back, get the discipline in order, eliminate those eliminatable mistakes. I love that word, eliminatable. You like how I just did that?
Love how you just did that. I'm going to have to use that later on.
Professor Seth King just like looked at me and said, "What did I teach you, Paul?" But you have to correct the stuff.
Right.
That is correctable, and those pre-snap penalties fall into that.
Well, I want to see the final 4 games after the bye not be eliminatable in terms of having meaning,
right,
Paul. And so to me, this is actually a pretty big game for the franchise to show that what happened last week is sort of what happened in London against the Jaguars.
And you can respond to that.
And that you can respond to it. So we talk about what does it look like putting them on notice. I want to see a team response this week.
How about a little bit more aggressiveness, too, on both sides of the ball and with the coaches, the players, all across the board?
One other thing, Steve, if I might. When you get hit and it starts going in the other direction, like it was at the start of the second quarter the other day, I want to see hitting back.
Right.
Like show some fight here.
No question. I'm a positive guy, so I gotta go.
Like that.
I gotta bring some positivity. The quarterback, Drake Maye, he is smart. Didn't have his best game, okay, but you look at him as the future of this franchise. And as a rookie, he has played well. Coming off not a great game, but I think he's played better than I expected. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I thought that he was shaky in this game for sure, but what I really liked was what I saw in the second half, and not because he played much better in the second half, because I really don't think he did. But he never stopped. I thought he looked the same for 4 quarters.
Right.
I thought the competitiveness was there. Obviously, the 4th down throw where he's running around and just trying to make a play. We also saw some turnovers trying to do the same thing. My point is, he didn't give up on the game. And he kept fighting. He kept playing the same way he played the first series, the last series. That's not an easy thing to do, especially for a young guy who wasn't playing very well in an offense that, let's face it, had gotten shut out through 3 quarters. Nothing was going right on that side of the ball. There had to be amazing frustration with every time they moved the ball, they were going backwards. So I feel like, there was a lot of compete level that was high for him. We know the talent is high. He'll have better days than he did on Sunday, but I don't worry about him.
And what I liked, what also is a little bit of what concerns me, Steve, not to take your positive question and turn it into a negative, but Paul mentioned the great play on 4th down. What happened, the 2 plays before that when he's running for his life and the pressure is coming at him. So what I like, Steve, was how he responded the 3rd time in a row when pressure was coming at him. What concerns me is if that pressure keeps coming at him, does he maybe develop bad habits and you're not trending upward at the end of the season?
And I think that's where those turnovers came after that, is what Mike is talking about.
And he's got to take care of the football.
Right.
We all know that. Colts are next. Here's a football team that's coming in here. They too have their own quarterback issues, but also they're a team fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they're going the wrong direction too. They've lost 4 out of 5, but since Richardson's been back in, he's really trick or treat. He is immensely talented, but erratic, and I think the Patriots might be able to take advantage of that. They're having a hard time stringing first downs together because he's just not accurate enough. Mike, he's under 50% for the year, and in this day and age, I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah, same situation, too. Gerard Mayo was talking about penalties and how it starts with him after the 13 penalties last week. Well, the Colts had 12 penalties, and Shane Steichen, their coach, was saying it starts with me. So let's see who can clean it up, when they meet up on Sunday.
That being said, prediction.
I like the Patriots to bounce back in this one for the reasons that Mike talked about. When you get hit like that, you have to respond. This is listen, they're 3-9. I don't want to call must win, but it's a must respond. And I'd be really, really surprised if the Patriots didn't play much better football, 24-20 New England.
I like it, Paul. I'm going with the Patriots as well, in part because as critical as we were, and I thought we were fair and honest about it,
Right.
I don't think what we saw last week is going to happen again. Like, they're better than that. They're a little bit smarter than that too, Steve. So give me the Patriots 23-20.
All right, guys. Great stuff, as usual. That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Lees and Paul Perron, I'm Steve Burton. Have a happy Thanksgiving weekend, everyone.